I'm back. X Factor, 10 out of 10.
Oof.
I'm back, baby.
10.
I'm back.
Really? All right. Okay. Let me hear this. Why'd you give it a 10? You didn't even give Snyder versus 10.
And it's just because the right monster won. Godzilla. My boy Godzilla, that I've been firmly team Godzilla since I was a babe.
Did he win though?
He did win. Oh, come on. Oh,
yeah. It looked like he needed a tag team partner. That's what I saw.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw.
The one-on-one battle. All right. I knew this. I knew Kong didn't have a chance against Godzilla. You knew it. I knew it. Jesus knew it. And this solidified it. I mean, you know what Godzilla needed? Right here. All right. Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary. That's all he needed. All right. Let's do it. Heavyweight bout of the century. The monster equivalent of Tyson versus Holyfield, I guess.
There's only one champ. I don't know. Did your boy win? Guess we're gonna find out.
Well, let's do it then.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to the
Welcome back, guys.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Especially after watching this movie.
All right. Well, what you drinking tonight? Drinking coffee? What is that? Decaf?
No, man. Just tried and true. Bullet bourbon. America.
Bullet bourbon. Hey, I'm a fan. Drinking
yeah.
a little Ace cider because decided to get hot early this year, and so I'm trying to stay.
Yeah. Very warm today.
I'm not ready for it. Yet.
No.
It's a little too early for me there.
I hate the heat,
Yeah. It's muggy too and everything. Yeah, definitely not appreciating. But what are we doing tonight, man? What movie are we reviewing?
Godzilla versus Kong. Long awaited, long delayed due to the pandemic, and finally out on HBO Max and theaters now, since we're all in the, what tier are we in now? Orange? Red?
No one knows. No one knows. Feels like forever though. That's all I know.
It is.
Yeah, Godzilla and Kong gonna duke it out, mano y mano. But in case it's you guys' first time watching the Nightcap, just gonna welcome you guys to the show. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the content here. Also, feel free to leave any comments down below. We appreciate it. And a big part of what we do here at the Nightcap is we like to give full movie breakdowns, full reviews, give a numeric score at the end of this video. So stay tuned. So I'll go ahead and put up our grading system right now. So this is your first time watching, you can follow along. And also we always have our grading system in the notes. So if you ever missed it and want to go back and see how we did it, you can find them there. So, but yeah, we're going to be doing 2021 Godzilla versus Kong. I am not in this genre. I'm not really I don't know the lore or the kind of history of these. I know there's a big cult following though, and Al, you're in it, right?
Oh, absolutely. I've been watching Godzilla since I was young. I had all the little box tapes, VHS tapes for you young kids out there. I had Mecha Godzilla versus Godzilla, Mothra versus Godzilla, Ghidorah versus Godzilla, everyone. So I've been a huge fan since I was little. So I've been pumped for this one.
All right, man. You're going to have to do some of the heavy lifting on this one here because, I'm going in just as a newbie and actually went in purposely like kind of fresh, not really knowing what to expect. Okay. I know this is part of like a whole universe, but it wasn't something that I'm like versed in. And I just kind of wanted to go in with just with fresh eyes and just kind of take it in and see, if I liked it. We did do a trailer reaction about a month ago, right? And we were both kind of juiced for it. And so let's see if it lives up to the hype. But
I actually called a lot of the things on that trailer. If you go back, I called a lot of the things that happened in this movie. So
much like Bernie's character, you're a little conspiracy theorist. You were calling him out, right? You have the receipts, all right? People can go back and watch the video. So let's go ahead and get into the synopsis right now, and then we'll jump into our full review. All right, so Kong or Godzilla vs. Kong is a 2021 American monster film directed by Adam Weingart. It's a sequel to Godzilla King of the Monsters in 2019 and Kong Skull Island in 2017. It's the fourth film in the legendary MonsterVerse. It's also the 36th film in the Godzilla franchise and the 12th film in the King Kong franchise. And also the fourth Godzilla film to be completely produced by a Hollywood studio. The film stars Alexander Skarsgård, Millie Bobby Brown, Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, Shinoguri, and Asa Gonzalez. Um, Kong clashes with Godzilla as humans lure the ape into Hollow Earth to retrieve an energy source to stop Godzilla's mysterious rampages. The movie came out again in 2021 here in March. It had a budget of $200 million dollars, and so far a box
Hmm.
office of 132 million and counting. Obviously, it's still going.
That is pretty good.
So, yeah, I
That's
mean,
pretty
this
good.
is a much tallied franchise here. And what do
Prolific.
you think? What do you now? Have you seen the other movies of this MonsterVerse?
Yes, yes, I did watch Godzilla, which was great. It had Bryan Cranston in it, if you don't remember
I do
that.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I did watch King of the Monsters recently, and I watched Skull Island as well. They're all, entertaining movies.
Are these recurring characters like the little girl that we see in this movie and some of
N-
these other characters?
no, she's new.
Mm.
The recurring is Millie Bobby Brown's character was in King of Monsters, Godzilla King of Monsters, like 4 years ago also.
Oh, okay. So that's cool. So, but besides that, the other characters I think are new characters.
Pretty
Then I take
fresh.
it, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive into the plot. The story itself. I mean, it's all in the title, Godzilla versus
Yeah.
Kong, and that's what you come to see. And they don't wait too long. It was like 30 minutes into it. We
Yeah, yeah, it
we
was
get
too
the
long,
ship's
but
fight scene, but yeah, it's I mean that's pretty much what the story's about. But they do try to sprinkle in a little extra stuff. There's some drama involved here with the little
not
girl.
needed.
Yeah, maybe a little fluff, maybe a little filler. And then, of course, like you called it, Mecha Godzilla makes an appearance at the end just to kind of spice things up a little bit. But overall, in terms of plot, what'd you give it in terms of the overall story? How'd you like it?
God, the plot I gave it a 5. It's look, like you said, Godzilla versus Kong, right? That's what's gonna get the asses in seats. I'm all for it. There can only be one. There can be two alpha titans, okay? I get
Much
that.
like this
I'm
podcast.
all in. Yeah, I'm all in. I even get the whole Apex cybernetics, making Mecha Godzilla, to make humans the apex species again, the 1% chance if Godzilla, turns evil, we got to destroy him. I get that. But the way they married these two plots together it was disappointing. It was very weak. That's why I could only give it a 5.
Yeah, I'm not too far away from you there. I gave it a 4.
Okay.
I thought the movie was fine. I mean, it didn't. If anything, I thought they put too much in. The little
Oh yeah,
subplots with the
absolutely.
extra characters. Um, to be honest, even Mecha Godzilla, it was a nice little surprise. But if they
Mm.
would have just had Godzilla versus Kong throughout the movie there, and then maybe gone a different direction there, I think that would have been enough even for the movie itself. At times towards the end, it dragged a little bit for me, just because it's obviously pretty predictable. It's what's gonna happen. At least, I mean, towards halfway, you can already get a feeling of what's gonna happen. But yeah, I don't know. But again, I'm not super deep in the genre, so I know some people are kind of get off of watching Godzilla rampage through a city, a very neon-looking Tokyo, or I'm sorry, Hong Kong, not Tokyo,
Yes.
very neon. It was pretty cool, and I don't know. Too bad they didn't give us the death tolls, huh? Towards the end.
Oh, here's the thing. Hong Kong is gone. That thing got it's I'm sure the damage was in the trillions because that thing was decimated and everyone was just clapping at the end. Like,
Build back better, I think is maybe. Yeah, a lot of rampaging, and then what do you think about the whole like Hollow Earth escapade there that they go
that
down
that
to
was
retrieve the
actually
energy
pretty
source?
cool. That actually was pretty cool because there are like legit Hollow Earth people, like kind of like the flat earthers that do believe that there's something inside in the middle of Earth. So that was pretty cool that they kind of tied that into it.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely expanded a little bit. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was all right. The scenes there when he's going in, when he's like in that,
Yeah.
what did they call it, like gravity aversion field thing, where he kind of like
Yeah.
zero gravity. That was interesting. That was pretty
It
cool.
was there was a lot of holes in there because like okay, I get it, like 1,000 gravities, like put then how come like I get that Kong is big, but then how come he was safe from going through that thing? So
I don't know, man. The guy's basically impenetrable as far as I can tell. Because other than
is he now? Is he
other
now?
than getting what was it, almost drowned, I guess, or whatever. But for the most part, both of all the creatures here, they didn't really take too much damage comparing how much they're fighting along the movie. But let's get into
Titans.
production. What would you give it in terms of the production?
Here's the production, 20 out of 20. And I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I'm a sucker for these kind of movies. The super color saturation through the pinchy roof. The colors popping. The like I don't care. Like it looks great. And they couldn't have picked a better fight venue than Hong Kong because with all the, like you said, with all the neon that they had, they really ramped up the colors like through the roof and heavy CGI, but it was all well done. This is a great looking movie. So I gave it a 20 out of 20. I love mindless fun movies like this. And it looked great.
Yeah, I ended up giving it a 17. I thought it was done well too,
Fair.
even the CG. And I'm pretty critical of movies with heavy uses of CG. I like the cinematography, a lot of use of shallow depth of field, especially in the beginning.
Mhm.
Like you said, great saturation, color grading. I even like some of the oldies they threw in the beginning of the movie
Yeah,
and
that
towards
was
the
pretty
towards the
cool.
end. Kind of hit me a little bit in the heart. Big fan of these the oldie songs. And
Apparently,
apparently, yeah, Kong, right? Also,
yeah,
he's
Kong is an old soul listening to these oldies.
Apparently he is. Apparently he is. The guy's a big softy, right? So yeah, in terms of production, give it that 17, very solid. I thought it definitely lived up to the hype. And I mean, this you're paying to see, these giant monsters go through the city.
Yeah.
So it needs to be believable. It needs to look good. It needs to look sharp. This is really the main focus of the movie. I mean, even more so than even the acting, which we're getting into next.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
yeah, I thought they did a really good job in terms of production. But let's get into the acting. I gotta be honest, a lot of cringy dialogue, especially in the
Yeah,
beginning.
I mean, it's hard to rate the acting on here when the two main characters is Godzilla and Kong. I mean, if I had to rate them, I guess Kong had more like emotional range, I guess. I
He
mean,
did show some
I
range there, yeah.
yeah, like I mean, he knows sign language, home. And I mean, he was showing that emotional range when Godzilla was kicking his ass all over the place. Oh
Ooh,
man.
ooh, you said it. You said it. You said it. All right.
Woo!
Well,
Whimpering.
what about some of these other characters here? I mean, they kind of crammed in a lot here.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown's character, she's kind of, I don't know. I mean, maybe because I'm just thinking of Stranger Things, but she's kind of always
Yeah.
playing the same character to me. You
Yeah,
know,
it's all these other like human characters, I want to call them the human characters, you didn't care about them. They were pretty much throwaway just to be there, just to eat up time in order to, get us to more Godzilla and Kong, right?
I will say Rebecca
And
Hall's character, the Dr. Andrews, I thought
yeah.
I actually put in my notes. I'm like, she's too good to be in this movie. She looked like she was like the only one like really taking it serious. Like she brought the chops, and I thought she actually did a pretty good job. But the other characters, they're just hamming it
Yeah,
up.
I actually didn't mind Brian Henry's character, Bernie, the crazy Alex Jones of Monster Conspiracies, the
Yeah,
podcaster. Like he
yep.
was he was a comic relief, right? But he wasn't annoying about it, and he was pretty funny throughout without having to be too wacky. So I really appreciad that. And then I
I
guess
especially liked it when he
I'm
called
gonna
that
just
kid.
mention.
I especially like it when he called that kid tap water. That cracked me up.
Yeah, don't drink that tap water. There's fluoride in it.
Mickey
And
Dawson.
I'm gonna mention Isa Gonzalez too, just because she in this movie she made my celebrity crush list now. So
Mhm.
shout
A
out to
very
that.
crowded list, I might add.
Very very lengthy list.
Much
Very
like this
lengthy.
cast, there's a lot crammed on that list. But as beautiful as she is, she was a little rough in some of those little
Yeah,
scenes
I
she had
mean
there.
most of these characters, like, I didn't hate anybody's acting, right?
Yeah,
For the most part, I just hated their characters, if that makes sense.
yeah. No, I mean, and like we said, I mean, it's really about the monsters here. So I mean,
Yeah,
but the thing is there was a conscious effort to make the movie dramatic. And there was a lot of scenes, especially with the little girl and stuff, to try to pull on
yeah,
those heartstrings and stuff. So you were forced to kind of you couldn't like ignore the acting. And yeah, I don't know, like especially like I said, some of the dialogue, it was just a little much,
yeah.
like I said,
What
for me,
did
a
you give
little,
the
little
acting,
cringy.
by the
In
way?
terms of acting, I ended up giving it a 20.
Oh
So,
yeah, same. I
you
gave it a
know,
20 also.
they gave it the
For
good,
for
the old
Kong.
college try.
Yeah, I gave it for Kong for his range that he showed in this. Maybe consider him for best supporting actor. I don't know.
I would like to see him get the nomination, get at least a Golden Globe, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean he deserves it.
All right, well, let's transition into the directing. Would you actually go ahead and kick it off? Would you give it in terms of directing?
All right. I really enjoyed this movie. I had a fun time watching, but it's time for me to get critical. It's time to get serious, guys.
Say
Okay.
it, babe.
All right. I gave the directing 19 out of 30, man. I couldn't give it any higher than that because I don't want to lay all the fault for the on the director. I mean, granted, he didn't write this or whatnot, but he had the most creative control, right? God, he should have known that, Godzilla versus Kong, the title itself is what's going to put the asses in the seats. He didn't need all these other subplots, all these other characters that no one really cared about. I don't know if I cared about any of these human characters. And the generic corporate villain was, come on now, who cares about that? And I mean, I'll give him props for the fights. Fights were great, right? But everything else, man, this movie did not need to be 2 hours. If this was like mashed down to 45 minutes of them fighting, I still would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. And that's actually what I put in my notes. About three-quarters of the way through the movie, I started to get a little bored. I started to tune out a little bit, just to be perfectly honest. So I'm just like, let's just cut to the chase. I mean, we kind of know where this is going. So yeah, I agree. I felt like they just kind of try to cram in a little bit too much drama to kind of get you, I guess,
Yeah,
invested.
absolutely.
But at the end of the day, this is a big, kind of fun, dumb movie. And I'm like,
Yeah,
let's just get to it, man. Let's just see these monsters flying around, jumping over mountains, toppling buildings,
yeah.
shooting fire out their mouth. You know what I mean? Like
Ooh,
that's what we're here to see. And I feel like they kind of drug it on a little bit. Easily could have been, 90 minutes or maybe an hour and
oh,
45.
absolutely.
And I think it would have been for the better if they would have done that. So yeah, I'm kind of right there with you as well. I didn't hate the movie, but I felt like you said, it just felt like it dragged a little bit there, lost a little focus, and also too with the characters. I don't know if they really needed that many to kind of shape the
No,
story. I
absolutely
mean,
not.
they were fun for the most part. They were fun people, but especially even like the Hollow Earth scenes and stuff, I feel like they could have trimmed that down a little bit.
Yeah, they
I don't
weren't
know if
they
you would
weren't
agree with me.
needed at all.
I mean, literally, Kong could have traveled into Hollow Earth by himself to retrieve his axe. You know what I mean? And that would have almost been just as thrilling to watch him do that instead of taking
Yeah,
the humans on for a ride, if you will.
yeah, like Millie Bobby Brown's character, that Josh character, who I also hated in Deadpool 2, they weren't really needed, except to maybe show off the scenes when they snuck into Apex to show off Mecha Godzilla. By the way, Apex is supposed to be this huge, like, millionaire like thing, but they
Zero
were
security.
woefully inadequate. Yeah, and
Zero
woefully
security.
inadequate in security because I'm like, they just let kids in their like secret base, like, and then just literally walked into like the secret den of like Mega Godzilla, and they're like, "Oops, sorry."
I know. Literally just managed to like sneak into like that train thing and go like without even trying, right? They just all
Yeah,
open doors everywhere. It's just kind of
yeah. She
ridiculous.
was
But
just like, "Hey, where does this go?" And next thing you know, you're like in the secret base, 33 sub levels under the ground.
Yep,
Whatever.
exactly. Yeah, no,
Mm.
I hear you on that. For directing, I'm close to you. I give it an 18. I
Okay.
just felt like that's really kind of where it stumbled the most there. I think they just kind of, I don't know if it was over ambitious or what. I think they just stripped it down a little bit. And how rarely do I say that? But strip it down and make it just
Yeah.
about the pure CGI action. And I think they would have been for the better. But let's go ahead and transition into X Factor. I'm gonna suck a little air out of the room right now. Give it a one. I am not
What?
wanted to see if this movie was gonna, kind of grab me and suck me into this
Mm,
genre. And
mm,
I
mm.
was not impressed. Like I said, about three-quarters of the way of the movie, I was like, I'm kind of over it. Seen enough of these giant monsters here, so I don't know that I'll be interested in going back to another one of these movies in the MonsterVerse. But something tells me you're disagreeing with me on this one.
I am going to disagree with you. However, I did read that this is going to be the last of this monster
That's
verse
a
just
shame.
because just because of how the King of Monsters underperformed, and obviously this might underperform too, just because it's it's going to be during still the pandemic or whatever. But and it sucks because the director did say he was going to tie it in with Pacific Rim with all the Jaegers and all the kaiju over there. So that would have been pretty cool. Who knows? Maybe if this one does good, maybe they'll restore it. Restore the first, right?
Hmm.
And but yeah, I'm back. X Factor, 10 out of 10. I'm back, baby. I'm
10,
back.
really? All right, okay, let me hear this. Why'd you give it a 10? You didn't even give Snyderverse a 10.
Did I? I'd
No,
have
I
to
think you
check.
give it a 9.
Okay. Well, I'm back. All right. I'm back.
All
And
right.
and it's just because the right man, the right monster won. Godzilla. My boy Godzilla, that I've been firmly team Godzilla since I was a babe. All right. and he won. Like I already knew this. I already knew
Did
this.
he win
You
though?
knew this.
Did he win though?
He did win. Oh, come on now. Oh, come on now. Hold on 1 second here.
Yeah, it looked
He
like he
won.
needed a tag team partner. That's what I saw.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, that's exactly what
The
I saw.
the one-on-one battle. All right. I knew this. I knew Kong didn't have a chance against Godzilla. You knew it. I knew it. Jesus knew it. And this solidified it. I mean, right. Oh, I'm in Antarctica. Monkey cold. Monkey needs his axe. You know what Godzilla needed? Right here. All right. Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary. That's all he needed. All right.
Oh
And
man. Well,
yeah, like okay, like they felt bad for the kid. They felt bad for Kong. So they had to give him that little thing at the very end to kind of, redeem him and like, for his little Kong fans, okay, we'll let him beat Mecha Godzilla with the help of Godzilla still. But the one-on-one battle, Godzilla kicked his monkey ass. All right. Not only did he kick his ass once, when they were like fighting on the ship, dude, Godzilla could have killed him if it wasn't the humans literally saved Kong like 3 times in this
here's
movie.
the thing: Kong's not a strong swimmer, right? And I thought if anyone could appreciate that, you could, but apparently not.
So yeah, so pretty much Godzilla beat him twice, and in the very end, when they like the end of their one-on-one fight, like King Kong was whimpering, then he fainted, then he was done. He was done. He pretty much bowed down to Godzilla.
And let me just say that was amazing acting because I believed it every second of it. All right.
Yeah, he was like, and then like he put his shoulder back into place.
Yeah, he had to pop his shoulder in. He was up against that building. You're right. You didn't even give him no props. Then he had to go bail out Godzilla because Godzilla's getting his ass kicked by Mecha Godzilla.
No. Yeah, because because Godzilla was tired from kicking freaking King Kong's ass all over the goddamn place. All right.
All right. Well, I guess it's to be continued then. All right. So
it's not to be continued.
All right. So the total score. What was your total score at the end of all this?
I gave it a 74. Respectable score. Like the directing and like all the subplots and like all the unnecessary characters really kind of drove it down. Like I said, if this was 45 minutes of them just duking it out, I probably would have given it like a 95.
I hear you. I ended up giving it a 60. So,
ooh,
right there in that D- range, So, yeah, I don't know. It's just it's not for me. It's not for me. Let me just say that. That's this MonsterVerse, and I'm starting to understand why maybe they're not going to be making another one because I don't know.
That's not fair. # restore the MonsterVerse. And also, can I say hey guys, I love the Snyderverse also, but to all the Snyderverse fans that are like giving shit reviews and like low ratings for this, just to force Warner Brothers' hand to like restore the Snyderverse.
I feel like you're talking directly to me right now.
Cut it out. All right, like I get it. I love the Snyderverse too, but come on now, you don't disregard Godzilla versus Kong. All
right. Well, I think that's a good place right here. So, yeah, and to everybody watching the show as well, feel free to leave your guys' comments below. What do you guys think? In terms of the movie overall, in terms of score,
Godzilla.
Who won? All right,
Godzilla won. There's I don't know why you think there's a controversy about that.
There's a controversy to me, yeah, because it's not entirely clear. Like I said, at the end fight, the main event of the end fight, like I said, they had to be tag team partners, bro. All right, double
steel cage match. Yeah, steel cage match this time.
Right, and so I don't know. Like I said, leave your guys' thoughts below. Let us know what you guys think. No toxic comments. All right.
Yeah, like if you're team Kong, leave whatever excuses you want to leave. All right, but
most importantly, smash that like button. All right, because that's the most important thing. It's free,
guys,
and just share the positive energy. All right, just give it a little bit. And just don't forget also too, for anybody, you can find us on the Instagram at the.night.cap. And if you want to keep up with us there, feel free. I'll go ahead and put that graphic up now as well. And I don't know. Anything else out before we put a bow on it?
Nah, man. Go team Godzilla, the rightful king of all monsters.
All right, king of the MonsterVerse, allegedly. Until next time.
Get out of here. Get out of here with that. See you next time, guys. Have a great night.
Peace.